Morjes and welcome to Finnish black metal album review. Odious Devotion is one of those newcomers in the Finnish black metal scene that probably most people don't even know about. I just got to know this during I think February 2019. We got this release a little bit later from Wolfspell Records, releasing some great black metal. This is a new band. Like I said, this was founded, I didn't know if I said this before, but released in 2018, and already the band released its debut album. Then, for a while, this was operating under a different moniker, but, well, that's kind of beside the point, because this is the band. And as you can see, mostly just by one guy, only some lyrics provided by some other person. So one could say one of those so-called bedroom black metal bands where one guy is just taking care of everything. Now usually that is not a good sign because so many bands are just doing it plain wrong, maybe lazy or maybe just not able to do all the instruments and whatnot. Now Odious Devotion is a different breed, luckily enough. There were some boring parts which just separates this from great and rather being good, but these are like small flaws in a big thing. The boring parts, let's start with those. It starts with an intro and ends with an outro that are pretty much, I wouldn't say nonsense, but nothing actually worthwhile listening to. Also, there's an instrumental track in the middle of the album called Stagnant, which is something that I would have totally skipped. It's about 6 minutes of kind of very minimal synth music, kind of a synth wave, kind of ambient like dungeon synth, something in that direction, but it's not really a great track. It works as an interlude, so it kind of separates the first part of the album from the second part, and as such it's okay, but giving it almost 6 minutes, I think it's too much. This being over 50 minutes an album, I think these intro, outro, and the interlude parts could have been just removed, and the album would be probably more whole as such. Now, those are probably the only downsides I could actually imagine from the album, because when it comes to the metal of the music, that is the black metal, it is really, really good. Especially those melodies which are just really fascinating. They're maybe not the most memorable ones, but once they start, play, you're like, man, this is some good stuff. At least in my opinion. And while being melodic, this doesn't mean it's like some uber melodic stuff and happy go places like of stuff, but more kind of the melancholic type maybe. Think of bands like, Satanic War Master or I don't know, Vlad Tepes or many of those melodic bands. Melodic as such, but then again, that doesn't mean it's kind of a soft and easygoing and whatnot. I'm not saying these melodies are similar, but you kind of get the idea, I hope. Now, everything apart from those kind of melodic parts, I mean, it is just, good. The atmosphere and production, shrieky vocals and all that, they are very much in place. Now, being a little bit lengthy side, this album is not maybe something that you'd like to go many spins in a row. I don't know. To be honest, I found those, like I said, those intro, outro, and the Stagnant song to be a little too much for this kind of a repetitive playing. But then again, it's not a big deal either. Overall, this album is, in my opinion, really good. And should I have received this one already in the 2018 side, this is a really good contender. Would have been in the top 15, maybe even top 10 of the all albums last year. So it's a really good one, and I'm really happy that I got to feature that one on here as well, because I don't think you should miss this gem. This is an album you should be giving a chance, despite lots of good stuff coming already in 2019. So Odious Devotion totally deserves your attention. At least give it a chance, and I truly hope you will like it and enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you for your time, and see you with another review coming your way.